Let's do this.
What is going on, everybody? This is Paul Neon Davidson, and it's been a while, guys. It's been about a week. I don't know. I don't keep track of this stuff, you know, seeing as how I'm inconsistent with my videos and all that, but I am trying to change that up right now, because it's that time of the console generation again, people. The Smash Bros. Announcement was last week. I waited on info, which is the reason why I didn't make a video right away. I wrote a convoluted script, another reason why I didn't make a video right away. And now I'm hoping that Nintendo doesn't make an announcement tomorrow and totally date this video. Please don't, Nintendo. But now that I am making this video, I wanted to speculate over all the known facts, and by known facts I mean stuff that actually came from Nintendo, and go over some opinions that I have on what could possibly happen with the game, what we could expect, and some stuff that I would like to see from the game. I'm gonna be realistic about this, guys, okay? I've seen plenty of speculation videos where they go balls off the walls on like who's gonna be in the game or what we can expect or who's gonna be leaving, who's gonna be coming back. I'm not gonna get too crazy on this stuff, okay? I'm not gonna be all like,
oh, is Paper Mario gonna be in the game? Is Son Goku gonna be in the game? Is Crash Bandicoot gonna be in the game? Is Master Chief or Steve or Pyramid Head or my Sonic OC or SpongeBob or Edward Elric or Trubbish or...
Stop! Shut up! I'm not doing that! I'm not doing that, okay? I'm not going to be just listing off all of these weird-ass ideas. I am going to go over what characters I want to have in the game, but like I said, I'm going to be realistic about it, and I'm going to try to give as legitimate of reasons as I can give for why I want these characters to be in there, and what kind of roster I want to see from Super Smash Bros. 5. And look, while it can be quite amusing to speculate on these outlandish ideas, at the same time it just sets up people for disappointment when these characters aren't brought into the game. Then also, they are sometimes really stupid. Sometimes when I watch these other speculation videos, it just makes me want to go like, why? And how? Or, I actually like that, that's a pretty good idea. Now I'm starting to think maybe I should make another video on that. Things I hate about Super Smash Bros. Speculation videos. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see a video like that. It's gonna get wacky! So disclaimer, these are my opinions and thoughts. If you don't agree with what I say or what I suggest, then that's perfectly fine. Again, you could put your predictions and your opinions in the comments down below if you so choose. I like to hear from you guys as well. And before this intro gets any longer, let's get started with some basic facts. So what do we know about the new Super Smash Bros. Game? Well, for one fact, we know that it's going to be a brand new game. It's not going to be just a port of Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS put together, you know, definitive edition and all that like. It's going to be a brand new original Super Smash Bros. Game, and it's going to be coming out sometime later on this year. Then again, it's Nintendo, so it probably will get delayed till next year or something, but fingers crossed, I would love for it to come out this year. Masahiro Sakurai himself is going to be coming back to help with the development of this game. Now, Sakurai has been both the bane and also the pride of the Super Smash Bros. Series, seeing as how he is the one that made it. Then again, he's also the one that said tripping in Super Smash Bros. Brawl was a good thing, so Either way, it's still pretty cool to see him come back to work on this game. We have at least one new character confirmed for the next Super Smash Bros. Game, and that is the Inklings from the Splatoon series. Pretty cool. A lot of people did want them to be DLC for the last Super Smash Bros. Game, and they are cool characters, so I would like to see them come into the next one. Not going to go over how they might play, but I will say it's cool that they're going to be coming in. Their moveset might be based off the weapons that are in the Splatoon games. I don't know. That's what I'm speculating. That's where I'm going to leave it. It is not yet confirmed, but it is suggested that HAL, the people that made the first Super Smash Bros. Game and Super Smash Bros. Melee and make the Kirby games, are the main development studio behind the game. Granted, all this is due to speculation because HAL was mentioned in the copyrights for the trailer, but Sora Limited might obviously have something to do with it because they are the ones that are making the games nowadays. And Namco, nothing's really been said about them, but it would be awesome if they came back to develop this game as well. And for the time being, that is all we know about the next Super Smash Bros. Game. Not a whole lot was revealed. It's expected. All we got was a trailer last week. And they don't want to blow their load too early in terms of information about the game so far. We're going to have to wait for E3 to see more about it. And get ready for that. And now, folks, the next chapter of our little video. I want to get into some things that we can expect about having Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Switch. Just for some clarification, guys, Super Smash Bros. For Switch will now be known as Super Smash Bros. 5 or Smash 5, and Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS will be known as Smash 4, just to make things, more streamlined. So, what are some ways that Smash 5 can improve on Smash 4? Well, for one thing, there's only going to be one version of the game. When Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U was announced, it was said that the two consoles were going to have the same content for the most part. But the issue was the 3DS is obviously not as powerful as the Wii U, so if you're going to have them have the same content, that means that the Wii U was going to have to be sacrificing a bit, and that came in the form of certain characters like the Ice Climbers, transforming characters was another one. In short, that means that the Wii U version of Super Smash Bros. Would not be able to reach its full potential because it had to be limited and weighed back by the Nintendo 3DS version. Now that we're only going to be dealing with one version of the game, these limitations and restrictions will no longer apply to Super Smash Bros. That means that it'll be less work for the production team, it's going to be a lot clearer, it's going to have a lot more content, and you'll be able to get your favorite characters back most likely. Another easy improvement is that it's going to have a better user interface. Now, a lot of people, including me, did not like Smash 4's user interface or menu system. A lot of us thought it was convoluted, it was complicated. We got lost in it, and, seeing that be changed up in the next Super Smash Bros. Game would be kinda good. I mean, seriously, there is a menu option called Games and More. What does that mean? What games? It's not the game I'm trying to play, that's for sure. Here's a small issue, but it's going to be way better than when it was on the 3DS. Portability. I liked the 3DS version of Super Smash Bros. I thought it was cool that I could take Super Smash Bros. Wherever I went. But when it came to still owning Super Smash Bros. For 3DS, I sold that thing pretty quickly. I just wanted to have Super Smash Bros. Be on the console. But now that it's going to be on the Switch, not only will I get a console experience, but I can still take it with me wherever I go. And I won't have to lose any content, or any data, or any progress that I made on the game. It's gonna be a way better experience for me than whatever the 3DS could have possibly given me. Now, this next point isn't so much an improvement, but it is a major difference when it comes to comparing the future Super Smash Bros. For Switch game and what we got in Smash 4 online. Nintendo has been hinting at that dang old paid online feature for a while now. Could this be the game that sells the online mode? I personally don't like having to pay for online, but if it is inevitable that we'll have to one day pay to play online, Super Smash Bros. Could be the game that convinces players to pay for the subscription. With all that said, Smash on the Switch sounds like it's going to be way better than Smash 4. I can't wait to see the improvements that are made, what they add to the game to expand and evolve the franchise, and assuming that it does come out in 2018, we won't have to wait that long to buy the game and try it out ourselves. But now, guys, is when we leave the realm of reality and go into a realm of fantasy. We're about to start a whole new chapter, and the name of that chapter? Chapter 2, The Speculating. Who wants to hear me go on for 50 hours talking about what I want in a game that'll probably never happen because God forbid I have hopes and dreams that I don't want to have crushed? Isn't that right, Nintendo? No? Reggie, back me up.
Not my problem.
Thanks, Reggie. Nah, I can't be mad at Reggie. So let's get into what I want to see in Smash 5 before I start hyperventilating. One thing I want to see in Smash 5 is a new gameplay style, and by that I mean I want it to play differently. I liked Smash 4, but I thought it played way too close to Super Smash Bros. Brawl for my liking. So, for that sense, I want it to play more like Melee. I want it to be a lot faster. I want it to be a lot more chaotic. Everyone loves Melee for a reason, Nintendo. 4 was cool for me, but like I said, too similar to Brawl. It literally just felt like an improvement on Brawl with, like, having it be faster and the tripping. Because Nintendo was tripping. Do you get my joke? If you do, let's move on. I would like for there to be more single-player content. What do I mean by that? I would like to have the return of something like Subspace Emissary or the Adventure Mode in Melee. Smash Run and Smash 3DS was pretty cool. I liked the idea. It was kind of like City Trial and Kirby Air Ride. But it had some problems with it because it wasn't truly multiplayer because you couldn't interact with characters on that map. And it was just a regular mode that pretty much led up to an actual fight, so it kind of made the beginning portion kind of pointless. Smash Tour and Super Smash Bros. Wii U was completely pointless. I don't know anybody that played that mode and truly enjoyed it. I had my friends play it like a long time ago, and they did not like it at all. So I have never touched Smash Tour. I don't plan to. As long as that does not come back, I don't care. Just bring back Subspace Emissary, make it more fun, make the platforming and exploration more interesting, and please bring back the cutscenes. The cutscenes in the story mode of Smash Bros. Was awesome. They were awesome. They were the best part of it. Bring it back, okay? Part of the reason why I don't really play Smash 4 anymore, and it's not because I don't have friends. I have friends. It's because there's not a whole lot of single-player content for when I want to play by myself. It's just playing Classic Mode again, and Smash Tour, which I just said I did not like. So I don't want to be playing Classic over and over and over again, and I don't really feel like playing online over and over and over again. Nintendo, I appreciate the fact that you're trying to make couch games that'll bring friends and families together. But the thing is, not everybody wants to play games with their families and their friends. Sometimes they just want to be alone in their basement, like me. Yeah, I'm joking, by the way. We don't have a basement. I just stay in my room all day and just don't talk to anybody. So adventure mode, story mode, whatever you want to call it, just bring in some new single-player content for us, alright? That's all I would really want. And now we're getting into the juicy part of the speculation, folks. You know what time it is. What else do I want in Smash 5? How about some new characters? It is time for...
Character speculation.
So what characters are we expecting for Smash 5? Well, if you had watched the teaser trailer, you would notice that at the very end, during the Flaming Smash logo, there were some silhouettes of characters. But I'm not going to be going into the silhouette thing in depth because it really does not show much. That, and I'm not Gamexplain. I don't have 50 hours to stare at a single screenshot and overthink simple details that probably won't matter in the grand scheme of things. No offense, Gamexplain. Keep up the good work. You're doing us all a favor. You're doing God's work. Kudos, guys. Literally all that was in the silhouette were just some characters from 64 and Melee, and sure, there were a couple characters missing, or they were added, but remember, this is just a teaser. I doubt Nintendo would hide any big secrets so early, right? They wouldn't do that, right? Maybe I should look at Gamexplain's video again. So, aside from the silhouette, the Inklings are going to be playable in the game as previously discussed, and if you hadn't noticed something that was also in the trailer, we saw that Link was in his Breath of the Wild costume. People have speculated that maybe his default costume will be the Champion's Tunic, and that his moveset might be changed to fit accordingly. But of course, like I said, this could just be an alternate costume, but heck, it could be a new part of how Nintendo wants to innovate the series, giving brand new playstyles to characters that have been playable since all the way back during the 90s. So there could be the possibilities that some characters are going to get new movesets. So what? We can't really say a whole lot about it so far. So we're going to move on to another part of the character speculation, which is what characters could stay and what characters could leave. To be fair, the only character I can really see having any real reason for leaving Smash Bros. Is Cloud. And that's just because, like, I think it was a really weird stunt for Square to have pulled to have him be included. And to this day, I'm still a little bit confused on how he managed to get into Super Smash Bros. It was cool. He was one of my characters that ended up becoming a main of mine. But I'm not sure if we're going to be able to have Lightning Strike twice. Get it? It's a Final Fantasy reference. Another character, or set of characters, I should say, that I think are going to be removed from the game are all of the clones. Or at least, that's just wishful thinking. I will forgive the clones if they are turned into alternate costumes for characters. For example, Dr. Mario and Dark Pit and Lucina can still be in the game, but in that case, they need to become alternate costumes for Mario, Pit, and Marth respectively, and so on. Alternate costumes will not only streamline the roster by getting rid of all the repeat characters, it could also help get new ones in. For example, if you want to play as Shadow, have him be an alternate costume for Sonic. You want to play as Raichu, have that one be an alternate costume for Pikachu. Have Miss Pac-Man be in the game by being an alternate costume for Pac-Man. That kind of stuff. But we are getting off topic here. In all honesty, guys, I really do not want to see all the characters get, vanished away. I still want them to exist in the roster for Smash 5 in some way, shape, or form, whether it be alternate costume or DLC or whatever. But honestly, my dream for Smash 5 is for every single character, everyone from the previous 4 games, yes, including Snake, including Ryu, Cloud, Bayonetta, all those guys, to come back, and on top of all of that, have brand new fighters join the fight. So yes, bring back Pac-Man, bring back Mega Man, Sonic, the different Pokemon, bring back Wolf, and please have Mewtwo be an unlockable character, not DLC, please. We all love him. Stop screwing with our minds, Nintendo. But what new characters do I think could be brought in? They have to have originated in a game, and they have to be recognizable. Cloud pretty much threw out the limitation of having the character have to be associated with Nintendo in order for them to get into Smash Bros. So pretty much at this point, it's anyone's guess who can get in. And like I said before, I'm trying to be realistic, but if I do get a bit outlandish with my ideas, I'm going to have a short explanation for why I chose them. I don't want this video to go on any longer than it has to, so without further ado, let's get this out of the way. So just to streamline this list a bit, my first choice is actually 2 characters. First one being Bomberman, and the other one being Simon Belmont. Now I'm putting these together because as much as I would like to see these characters be brought into Smash, at the same time, they're both owned by Konami. You know, those guys that like making casino machines and stuff and forgot how to make video games. Whom we thought was finally becoming a good company again, but then they realized, oh yeah, let's make a new Metal Gear game and make it about zombies or something. I don't know. Also, you had to pay to make new save files, apparently. So, obviously that's not good. And pretty much because of that, I feel it's going to be very unlikely that they'll both appear in the roster. And that same goes for Snake. Again, I think I'd like to hold out that maybe there's a chance that he'll come back. And I'd really like to get Bomberman and Simon Belmont in there. And really, Bomberman and Castlevania are essentially associated with Nintendo. They were both on the NES, SNES. Bomberman had that recent Super Bomberman R game, and that did really well. So I think it would make sense for both of them to show up in Smash, but I don't know. That's more Konami's issue than Nintendo's. Again, not likely, but I can dream. The next idea that I had would be Crash Bandicoot. Now, okay, this is literally the most what the hell idea I had, when I was coming up with this list, but listen, look, I got an explanation for this. Alright, Crash, for one, really nostalgic character to me, alright? If it wasn't Mario that I was playing back when I was a kid, it was Crash Bandicoot, on the GameCube, with Wrath of Cortex and stuff. I don't think that game is bad, but In the grand scheme of things, Crash is iconic. He was a rival to Mario back in the 90s, and he was like Sonic for the most part. And it would be cool to see these three gaming giants of the 90s come together and beat the crap out of each other. I mean, really, having Mario and Sonic be in the same game together, that's awesome. But if you get like what was essentially the Sony mascot in there, that would just make it better. Like, no joke. And the Crash N. Sane trilogy is coming out for the Switch in July, so he'll have plenty of Nintendo exposure, and who knows, maybe a whole lot of people will be wanting him to get into the game as well. He didn't get into that PlayStation All-Stars game, and I think it would be delicious to see Nintendo just troll Sony fans with having Crash be in Smash when they couldn't even get him in their own fighting game, which hasn't had a sequel yet, so just goes to show you how good it was. So with that little backhanded remark out of the way, my next choice would be Banjo and Kazooie together, and I think this one goes without explanation. I mean, sure, Microsoft owns them, but if Nintendo and Microsoft at some point could help come up with some deal or arrangement, I'm sure Banjo and Kazooie could get in on the Smash Brothers love. Duck Hunt Dog, for, fun fact, was sort of a reference to Banjo-Kazooie, having a brown animal that works with a bird to stop bad guys. It's doable, but like I said, it depends on Microsoft and Nintendo reaching a deal of some sort. Now, my next choice on this list, which also happens to be my most realistic choice, is actually Decidueye or Incineroar from Pokemon Sun and Moon. So we got a new Pokemon game not too long ago, and Nintendo seems to have a habit of bringing in a representative of the most recent generation to each of their Smash Brothers games. Brawl had Lucario, Smash 4 had Greninja, and it's likely that they'll repeat this pattern in Smash 5. Decidueye is already a playable character in Pokken Tournament DX, another fighting Switch game, so I can easily see him being implemented into Smash Brothers. And Incineroar? Well, look at him. I think he'd be able to punch a guy or two and get away with it. But what about Primarina? That other Pokemon starter evolution thing? The one that looks like, a mermaid mixed with a sea lion? How about her? Can she get in maybe? Well, I got 5 words for you. Hashtag shedon'thavelegs. No doubt about it, I probably just triggered somebody by saying that, so without further ado, before I start any other drama, let's get into my last choice. So finally, I have Shantae or Shovel Knight. Again, I'm putting these two together because I would love to see both of these characters get in, and they're in similar situations. They're both indie characters. That, and they have a strong relationship with Nintendo. Cool part about it is that they both almost got into Smash 4, thanks to those fan polls that were done way back when. Both Shantae and Shovel Knight pretty much got into the top 5 of chosen characters to get into Smash 4. WayForward even made a template for her moves and costumes. That's how ready they were to get her in. Nintendo, show some indie love and give these guys a chance to get into the game. And there you go, guys. That is my obligatory list of characters that might not get into Smash Brothers, but I would like to see them get in. Believe it or not, I actually have a lot more characters that I would like to see be added to Smash Brothers. I have a long list of characters. Thing is though, is that I don't want to be here just listing all of them out, and giving these paragraph long explanations. And a lot of the characters that I have are third-party characters, and I don't want to oversaturate the Super Smash Bros. Roster. I mean, like I said, it's unlikely these guys will get in anyway, but I don't want to oversaturate it with a bunch of characters that are, not from Nintendo versus characters that are actually from Nintendo. So, I'm just going to leave the list at it like that. Nintendo's going to be revealing a lot more about Smash Bros. In the coming months, so probably in one of those update videos I'll probably go over my, dream roster of characters in a future video, but for now, I'm just going to leave it like that. And with all that said, imagine the size of the roster at this point, with all the characters that we know can possibly get in. Let's say my predictions are correct, we get all the old characters to come back in some way or some form, and we get all these new characters that I mentioned. Imagine how diverse the roster would be. Yes, we'd have over 60 characters at that point, but heck, fighting games having 60 plus characters is nothing new, and this is Nintendo. Honest to crud, I am okay with this. The more the merrier. We've barely seen anything of this game. Heck, we've technically seen nothing of it, but the possibilities are endless. Smash Bros. Is a game for the fans. It's supposed to be something Nintendo fans and gamers alike can go, wow, what an epic game. Literally a place where titans of the gaming industry come together to fight one another with what made them icons. And this, my friends, is what I'm going to end the video on. My final prediction and my biggest piece of speculation. This is going to be the biggest and best Smash Brothers game that we have gotten since the first one. This may very well be the game that perfects Smash Brothers as a whole, and you and I are gonna be there when it does. So with all that said, I appreciate you guys for watching this. This was a hard topic to think about and write down. Put your opinions, predictions, speculations, or whatever you want in the comments down below. Smash Brothers 5, guys, cannot come soon enough. This was honestly kind of a short video from what I expected it to be. But you know what, guys? We still have a little less than a year to go before Smash Brothers comes out. There's going to be way more information to talk about. You know, E3 is really not that far away. So you know what? I am going to try to do as much coverage about this game as I possibly can. Maybe do some reactions. Because, like I've stated in this whole video, there's so much that we can expect from this. This is going to probably be the best game we can ever get out of the Smash Brothers series. And if it truly is coming out this year, that means that they're going to have to be hammering us with information over and over and over again, weekly updates and stuff like that. It's going to be a crazy 2018, folks. You know, unlike the last 2018. You know, the one that was like over 4,000 years ago. It's going to be way better than that. So again, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you like what you saw, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to try making more content, and Kirby Star Allies literally just came out today, so I'm going to try making a video about that. And whenever Smash Brothers has some more information, I'll make sure to report on it. So, I'll see you guys next time, and it's going to be smashing. And that's what I'm ending with. I'm getting out of here now.